Yo, what is good? You are anniversary for what is good, yo? So, I stand on a million lives. What's really interesting to me, not only was the main character seemingly in a bad position as a whole, but we honestly learn quite a bit about how he feels just being in school, being in the town of Tokyo, and that he would probably much rather be somewhere else than where he is. So to know that he has continuously been, kind of in a position where he just doesn't feel like he wants to be in this world, it definitely grows another another distinct feeling that I get from him, which is he's going to try to become the best that he can become. But the other thing about being as good as you can be in this world is it seems like as long as you finish your said mission that you're tasked with when you first go there, you should be alright. Like, you should get out of the world after finishing it. So to think that he knows that fact, he might he might actually end up not wanting to leave at all, just by the way he's been handling this stuff already. So that's a really bad sign for the girls if they are trying to leave and are trying to complete all their quests. If he's just like, you know what, we should probably stay here because I'm definitely having a lot more fun. I'm enjoying myself. People probably are actually going to look up to him because of his ability to fight, his ability to pretty much die as much times as possible, because the way how this game works, or at least this show is working, with the game master being someone with barely half of a head, um, we're just seeing that whenever you're in a position and your team is about to be completely wiped out, you might actually be, you might actually wipe, like you might actually die if all of you die. But if only one person dies, like we see with him, who is a farmer, by the way, it didn't really matter, right? Like, it didn't matter how many times he had bit the bullet, as long as he ended up, uh, as long as he ended up reviving before the other girls died, they were fine. But that also leads to the next problem of supposedly being eaten in this world. You don't regenerate even those limbs. And the person who was eaten was this the magic caster, who literally has wind, but can just move wind around, like not in a deadly way, but just like, oh, you see this fan? Yeah, I'm probably stronger than that fan. that's, that's about it, right? So everybody's pretty trash, and then the person that has the only other weapon besides being able to just use magic completely sucks. She's throwing her sword around instead of actually just fighting with it. So yeah, it's going to be a rough ride regardless of how they try to handle things. But with the, like I said, the one girl being eaten, she supposedly is not going to be able to resurrect at all until she's actually saved, or like this monster's defeated, and her revive thing can actually kick in naturally, which I would hate to see if she is in there and revived and she just keeps dying over and over. But that wouldn't make any sense because uh, verbatim, the girl's hand is like the equivalent of the other girl's whole entire body that was eaten, so it shouldn't be able to regenerate at all, and she might just be in infinite limbo or something. I don't even know at this point. It seems like one of the worst fates to have in this world. And guess what? It's one of my biggest fears. Who would have thought that being eaten alive would have such bad things happen to you in this world, as well as if you had it happen to you in our world, man. So that sucks, but at the same time, definitely made for an interesting story so far in the case of what they're going to just be capable of doing for her while she's stuck, and if they can even do anything at all, right? Like at this point, you're kind of just left to guess if she's even going to make it back, but she seems too important of a character to just die off, especially how the game works is everybody has a chance to revive as long as your teammates are alive. So it doesn't seem like anybody should really be dying, as long as, for instance, our main character guy is alive, who is enjoying himself and who understands he can die as many times as possible as long as the sword wielder doesn't die. And she's pretty useless because one of her hands won't even grow back. So she has no real reason to be out fighting, and I think that's going to be another tale of the take is sooner or later they're going to feel gully enough, or they're going to feel confident enough to go back out there and try to fight. And with him already out there fighting, if he doesn't know about it, he might end up losing because they end up dying or something along those lines or something. So it's really interesting so far. I definitely expect to talk about it some more once more episodes drop. So expect to see this one on the channel. There's a lot of shows that are coming out on Friday though as of right now, and if I cannot get to all of them, some might be pushed to a Saturday, so don't be too angry if I don't watch a show that you are watching and currently enjoying. I still can get to it. So with all that being said, everybody, though, I will definitely talk to you in the next one. I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. And I hope Sorcerer Fight comes out relatively soon so I can get that out to y'all and we can talk about it. So with that being said, take care and let me know what you're going to watch this October and this fall of an anime season. So peace.